The Frog Prince. There was once upon a time a princess. Many suitors came to the palace to court her, but it appeared to the princess that each of them looked at her without really seeing her. They act as if a princess is nothing more than her lovely crown and royal gowns. She said to herself, "Something I wish I was little again." The princess reflected after one of these encounters. She dug up her childhood favorite ball, the one that sparkled as she threw it high into the sky. She carried the ball into the palace yard and began throwing it higher and higher. She threw it extremely high one time, and when she went to catch it, she tripped on a tree stump. The ball landed into the royal well and plopped down. She dashed over to get her ball before it fell too far, but she couldn't see it in the water by the time she arrived. "Oh no, this is terrible," she mumbled. A little green frog poked its head above the water at that same moment. "Perhaps I can assist you," the frog said. "Yes," the princess replied. "Please get my ball," says the narrator. "No problem," the frog responded. "But first, I'd like to ask you a question. What do you mean?" The princess said. "Today is for you to spend time with me," the frog said. "Just spend some time with me today," the frog said again. "All right, fine," the princess exclaimed. "Please get my ball now." "I'm not it," the frog declared. He dove down to the bottom of the well. He rose a few moments later holding the ball high into one hand. "Thank you," the princess responded. As she took it from him, she walked away. The frog said, "Wait a minute. You promised you'd spend some time with me today." With a shrug, she said, "I already did." And the princess returned to the palace by foot. There was a knock on the door that night over dinner with her family and royal advisors. When the servant opened the door, no one was there. The frog cleared his throat as he stood low. "Today the princess promised to spend time with me," the frog exclaimed as loudly as he could. "So I am daughter," said the king from across the table. "Did you, as he claims, plan to spend time with this frog?" "In a way," the princess said. "Oh well, come on in," she continued after a brief hesitation. The frog hopped over to the royal supper table after the servants swiftly placed a fresh place sitting for him. The topic of conversation turned into a source of concern into the kingdom. The royal advisors were confused about what to do. "If I may, father," the princess said, "perhaps we could." "Stop," said the king, stopping her. "Believe me, I have enough advisors. If I may," said the frog, who was talking for the first time at the table. "A princess is more than her gorgeous crown and royal gowns." The princess looked her eyes on the frog. How could this little frog, more than anyone else, understand something like that? The frog bowed to the princess after dinner. "You have done exactly what you stated you would do," he said. "I believe it's time for me to leave now." "No, wait," said the princess. "It's not that late. How about a walk across the garden?" The frog was delighted. The two of them walked through the royal garden, the frog jumping along the stones wall so that he and the princess could talk easily. They laughed at multiple things, then later admired the vivid rosy reds produced in the sky as the sun sank. "You know, being with you tonight was a lot more fun than I expected," the princess added. "I had a very good time too," said the frog. "Who knew?" said the princess with a laugh. She leaned down over and lightly kissed the frog on his cheeks. There was a puff of clouds and smoke. All at once, the tiny green frog had turned into a handsome prince. Who could blame the princess for drawing back in surprise? The prince quickly assured her that everything was fine. Years ago, a bad witch cast a spell on him, forcing him to remain a frog until kissed by a princess. Like that will ever happen, the witch said, laughing evilly. But it worked. The prince and princess may now spend more time together. They had a gorgeous ball setting fashioned for them and placed it on their royal dining table. Years later, after they were married, the ball sparkled for all to see. When the sunlight flooded it through the palace windows, you should never judge anyone at first glance. Instead, try to understand the current situation and act accordingly. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.